Alexandria, Egypt, 30 BC. Rome had come for its final conquest, and one queen faced the end of an empire. Alexandria, Egypt, 69 BC. While Rome was rising, Egypt remained the richest kingdom on earth. Soon, a young princess would change history forever. In 69 BC, Cleopatra was born into Egypt's Greek royal dynasty. No one imagined this young princess would become the last pharaoh and history's most famous queen. In 51 BC, Cleopatra's father died. At just 18 years old, the young princess was about to face the greatest challenge of her life. Cleopatra was forced to share the throne with her younger brother, but their rule soon turned into a struggle for power. In the struggle for power, Cleopatra was forced out of Alexandria. But exile would not break her, it would shape her return. Exiled and underestimated, Cleopatra did not give up. She gathered allies in the desert, preparing for her return to power. With Cleopatra in exile, her younger brother took control of Egypt's throne. But ruling alone would soon bring greater danger. In 48 BC, Julius Caesar arrived in Alexandria. His arrival would change Egypt's fate forever. While Rome controlled the city, Cleopatra returned in secret. She knew only one man inside Alexandria could change her fate. In secret, Cleopatra met Julius Caesar for the first time. One meeting would change the future of Egypt forever. As Cleopatra's conflict with her brother grew, Egypt slipped closer to civil war. The kingdom that once stood united now divided into two powers. Defeated in the civil war, Cleopatra's younger brother fled across the Nile. He never reached safety, and with his death, Cleopatra reclaimed Egypt's throne. With the civil war over, Cleopatra reclaimed Egypt's throne. Backed by Rome, she began the most famous chapter of her reign. Soon, Cleopatra gave birth to a son, later known as Caesarion. Many believed he was the child of Julius Caesar, strengthening her claim to power. Then, shocking news arrived from Rome. Julius Caesar had been assassinated, and Cleopatra's most powerful ally was gone. After Julius Caesar's death, Cleopatra found a new ally. His name was Mark Antony, and together they would shape the fate of Egypt and Rome. In 41 BC, Cleopatra met Mark Antony. Was it politics, or the start of history's greatest romance? Some historians believe this grand feast was planned to impress Antony before any agreement was made. Their bond grew stronger with time, but was it true love, or the greatest political alliance of the ancient world? Historians still debate the answer. Ancient writers claimed Cleopatra and Antony lived in unbelievable luxury. But were these stories true or exaggerated by their enemies? Historians still debate it. Was Cleopatra really the world's most beautiful queen? Or was it her intelligence and charisma that captivated history? The debate continues even today. Rome's leaders now saw Cleopatra as a threat. Soon, the conflict between Rome and Egypt would become inevitable. Octavian declared war on Cleopatra. Mark Antony stood by her side, and the greatest naval battle of the ancient world was about to begin. The Battle of Actium changed history forever. As Cleopatra's fleet withdrew, Mark Antony followed, and victory slipped from their hands. Mortally wounded, Mark Antony was brought to Cleopatra's mausoleum. There, he died in the arms of the queen he chose over Rome. Captured by Rome was unthinkable. Cleopatra chose to decide her own fate, but how she died remains one of history's greatest mysteries. With Cleopatra's death, the dynasty of the pharaohs came to an end. Egypt became part of Rome, and the age of the pharaohs was over.
For centuries, explorers have searched for Cleopatra's lost tomb, but despite countless discoveries, her final resting place remains unknown. More than 2,000 years later, Cleopatra's greatest secret is still buried beneath Egypt's sands, waiting to be discovered.